In a serene village, a young woman named Lin found herself caught in a silent struggle. Lin's days, blessed with laughter that echoed through the narrow streets and camaraderie that felt like warm, comforting embraces, were starkly contrasted by her nights, haunted by the shadowy fingers of fear, uncertainty, and the weight of the unknown. One morning, as the sky transformed into a canvas painted with the delicate hues of dawn, she embarked on a journey that beckoned her to the lofty heights of Mount Serenity, a majestic peak that seemed to touch the heavens themselves. Legends passed down through generations whispered of an enigmatic mentor, Master Zhou, who chose to make the mountaintop his home. He was said to possess the keys to conquering the storms that brewed within the human soul, the kind of tempests that raged silently, eroding the spirit's foundations. Master Zhou was renowned not for teaching the art of vanquishing life's adversities, but for something far more profound, guiding lost souls toward a radiant path of enlightenment and self-discovery. With unwavering resolve and a heart that fluttered with a blend of hope, Lin embarked on the treacherous path leading to the mountaintop. The journey, winding like the twists of fate itself, was fraught with challenges that mirrored the trials she sought to overcome. Yet, step by step, Lin pressed forward, each footfall propelling her closer to the summit that seemed to touch the very edges of the heavens. Her breath misted in the cool mountain air as she finally reached the zenith of her ascent. There, beneath the open sky that seemed to stretch infinitely, stood an old man whose eyes held the gentleness of a benevolent grandfather and the depth of an ancient sage. This was Master Zhou, the keeper of timeless wisdom, the listener to unspoken sorrows, and the beacon of light for weary souls seeking solace. Lin bared her soul to Master Zhou, the words spilling forth like long-held secrets finally finding voice. She confessed her fears, the very ones that had woven themselves into her dreams like persistent spectres. Her voice quivered like a fragile songbird as she revealed the doubts that had nestled in the corners of her heart. Doubts about her ability to face the trials that life might hurl her way. Master Zhou listened, his countenance serene, his gaze unwavering. And as Lin's words subsided, he extended his weathered hand, within which lay a single lotus seed. The seed, small and unassuming, bore the weight of infinite potential, a promise of transformation, much like the journey Lin had embarked upon. "Plant this seed by the tranquil pond of your village," Master Zhou instructed, his voice a gentle breeze that carried the wisdom of ages. "Nurture it even in the face of storms, for within it lies the secret of the resilient heart." With reverence and determination, Lin descended from the mountaintop and returned to her village. She knelt by the serene pond, the waters a mirror to her own journey, calm and deep, yet capable of being stirred by life's tempests. Gently, she nestled the lotus seed into the earth, covering it with care and a silent promise. Days turned into weeks, and a storm unlike any other swept over the land. The heavens wept, and the winds howled, threatening to uproot not only the trees but also Lin's very spirit. Yet, like the guardian of a sacred flame, she stood resolute, sheltering the fragile seedling with her own body, as if to shield it from the storm's fury. When the tempest finally relented, when the clouds retreated and the sun once again smiled upon the village, Lin beheld a sight that tugged at the strings of her heart. A tender green shoot emerged from the mud-caked earth, reaching for the heavens with the same determination that had carried Lin through her own trials. Master Zhou reappeared, his presence a soothing balm to Lin's weathered soul. His kind eyes fixed upon the lotus, he spoke, "Adversity is the alchemy that transforms our essence. Just as the lotus draws strength from the mire, so can you find resilience within your struggles." Lin nodded, her understanding deeper than words could express. Her journey was far from over, but the first steps had been taken, and the lessons engraved within her heart were more precious than any treasure. Weeks melted into months, and the lotus Lin nurtured continued its upward ascent. Just as she tended to the delicate plant, she encountered challenges that echoed the lotus's journey. Doubts that clouded her confidence, setbacks that tested her resolve, and the ever-present fear of the unknown. Yet, with each obstacle, she turned to the lessons Master Zhou had imparted, drawing strength from the echoes of his guidance that reverberated within her. One fateful day, As the lotus unfurled its petals like a celestial dancer revealing its radiant attire, a group of travelers arrived in the village. Among them was a storyteller named Soren, a master weaver of tales whose words possessed the power to ignite flames of inspiration. Drawn to the village's serene pond, Soren beheld the lotus in full bloom, its petals glistening with morning dew like precious jewels. Captivated by the lotus's ethereal beauty, Soren approached Lin with a request. "May I have the honor of crafting a tale inspired by this resplendent lotus?" Soren's voice was like a gentle breeze, and his eyes shone with genuine admiration. Lin's heart swelled with a mixture of humility and pride, realizing that the lotus had become not only a symbol of her own journey, but a beacon of hope for others. With a gracious nod, she granted Soren permission, and she watched as he set to work, his fingers dancing across parchment, conjuring a tale that would transcend time itself. As she observed Soren's creative process, Lin was struck by the parallels between her own journey and the tale being spun before her. The lotus, with its roots anchored in the depths of the pond, rose above the waters to display its delicate petals, a powerful testament to the beauty that could arise from life's murkiest depths. It was then that Lin fully grasped the profound lesson embedded in the lotus's journey. The struggle and the darkness were not adversaries to be defeated, but rather catalysts for growth and transformation. When Soren finally unveiled his creation, the tale depicted the lotus's journey in a tapestry of words that resonated with the villagers' hearts. Lin's own transformation was interwoven with the lotus's story, forming a harmonious symphony that echoed through the village, igniting sparks of inspiration in the hearts of those who heard it. The realization that had blossomed within Lin's heart was this: just as the lotus unfurled its petals in the embrace of the sun, she too could unfold her spirit, allowing the radiance within her to shine despite the shadows that might linger. As the sun bid its farewell, casting a warm, golden glow that painted the village in a tranquil embrace, Lin turned to Master Zhou with a newfound sense of reverence. "You have illuminated the path of courage within me," she spoke, her voice carrying the weight of her realization. "Much like the lotus, I shall embrace life's trials as stepping stones on my journey to becoming." Master Zhou's eyes twinkled like stars as he gazed upon Lin. "You have uncovered the essence of the indomitable lotus," he replied, his voice like the rustling leaves, carrying the wisdom of generations. "In the heart of life's storms, remember that your spirit possesses the strength to bloom." With those words etched in her heart, Lin descended the mountaintop, returning to her village with a spirit unburdened by fear and a heart illuminated by newfound wisdom. She continued to nurture the lotus, not merely as a caretaker but as a kindred soul that understood its journey intimately. The villagers watched her transformation, the aura of tranquility that now enveloped her like a soft, comforting embrace. As time flowed like the babbling brooks and the village's landscapes shifted with the seasons, Lin transformed into a mentor herself. Just as Master Zhou had guided her, she guided others towards embracing life's storms with grace, nurturing their seeds of courage until they bloomed into their own radiant selves. The village, once a tranquil haven, was now also a sanctuary for resilient spirits bound by the tale of the unyielding lotus, a story that served as a beacon of hope, reminding all that even amidst life's tempests, beauty could flourish. If you found this tale uplifting, hit that subscribe button and let's continue exploring the beauty that emerges from life's storms together.